welcome to the Antisocial Planet. I'm Sarah, and today we are starting a new show, Ergo Proxy. This is one of the shows that was suggested in the comments of my other videos, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for leaving suggestions and comments. Makes me so happy. I have a list pinned up on my wall of stuff that we will get to eventually, but I thought I would start with this one because it's one that I've heard of before, but have never really heard anything about it. Like, I don't actually know really what it is. I did read a little bit about kind of vaguely the overarching ideas of what it was so that I would know what I was getting into. Take a break from the long-running show Bleach. I've got some other like shonen kind of things, longer shows, things that are similar to the vibe, I think, of Bleach and other shonens and stuff, and I thought that it would be good to kind of do something that was different and a bit of a shorter show so that we could have a bit of a break from all the popular long-running shows. We'll get to them, I promise. And I was reading this one and it really intrigued me, the idea of it. It reminds me a little bit of Ghost in the Shell and a little bit of Psycho-Pass, which intrigues me. I'm not a huge fan of Ghost in the Shell. I liked the movie, the like actual anime movie, not the live action movie, don't need to talk about it. I watched some of the TV show. I felt like it had some weird pacing, like there was the main story that was like a Catcher in the Rye thing, but then the middle section was just random other stuff and they lost me. Like, I liked the main mystery and like the crime that they were actually investigating, but I felt like there was a lot of weird filler that just threw me off. And if it's anything like Psycho-Pass, I am so in. I love Psycho-Pass. I love things that are very what's the term? Cyberpunk. That's what I'm thinking. Like Blade Runner, and obviously things like Ghost in the Shell. I also just love science fiction, anything with space and robots and laser guns and stuff. So I don't know if any of my assumptions are correct at this point, but that's kind of the vibe that I got from the little bit that I did read. I didn't obviously go into any detail because I didn't want to get spoiled by anything. So I thought we would just watch the first episode and we'll see if we like it. And, you know, try something a little different on the channel. As always, I won't be showing any of the actual footage from the show because that would be illegal. So I'm going to put a time signature up at the top of the screen so that you guys can sync up with me, follow along. I usually don't pause because I'm afraid that my camera is going to just stop and I won't notice. So I probably won't pause. I might need to if we get intense. In 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. What is it? Hello? Okay, so there's some kind of creature that we're dealing with. God, I love the environment already. I'm like giddy with the whole thing. Who? What? Planted by the what now? Punish who? Why? Vengeance is never a good answer. Creates a cycle of violence. Glowing rest is usually not good either. What is this? Why do all of these shows have Shadow Realm places that make me scared? Oh, consumerism. Yay! Glad that made it into the future. Do part and make waste. No. Sorry, the green energy person in me is like, okay. Who's you? Oh, cool shot. I know there are terrible things happening, but like part of me is trying not to focus on it because it's gonna hurt my soul. Uh, that doesn't seem good. Very not good. I don't know what's happening, but it's making me it's making me so nervous. My heart is like okay, so Ria. Oh. You okay, girl? Seem stressed. I'm stressed. I don't know if it's a paradise. There was a lot of violence happening. Also, I was right to be concerned about the whole waste thing. There's environmental damage. This is what you guys get for that kind of thing. Yeah, well, he does seem easy cheating. Hmm. I like this dynamic of like robots and humans. I'm not really sure how it fully works yet, though. There seems to be a virus. That seemed a little aggressive. Yeah, I'm curious about the like power dynamic of robot versus human. I like the character design a lot in this. The aesthetic of the show. Love it. She's a bit of a rogue, isn't she? Kind of instinct driven. Oh, hello. Whenever shots pan out, I get nervous. It's usually to build suspense when you like stay on a single shot. Oh, hello. Are you the thing that escaped before? That's also my question, Ria. I'm assuming it's a robot of some kind. With more sentience, maybe? um, yeah, because they're more like humanoid robots, and then more like more combat style robots, right? Ugh. Yeah, what was that thing? Oh, we halfway? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Oh. Seems to be a lot of like politics involving immigration and stuff. So it seems to be that like ultimately humans are in charge, but there is some imbalance depending on the field, the employment of a robot. Because Iggy seems to be a little bit more on par with Rael. And who's robot? pronouncing it Raoul, but I think it's Raoul, like French. I might be wrong though. Yeah, Raoul. I feel like he's gonna turn to the dark side. Between being mistreated because he's an immigrant and this Dorothy robot. Autoreef? That's what they're called. But what is it? Is it just another Autoreef? Or is it something else? I'm nervous about all the establishing shots of her apartment while she's alone. What did you see, Iggy? I feel like this is gonna end poorly. At least briefly. Oh, is it the guy from the security bureau? That was an illegal U-turn, Iggy? Nora. You're probably not supposed to do something like that. Oh, good. Creepy writing. That always bodes well. Yeah, what are you? Yeah, because isn't that the one that was being experimented on? Or what's this thing with the really long hair? I'm not gonna find out? Why would you do this to me? I have so many thoughts, and I don't know what to do with them. Oh, I don't know if there's gonna be a preview. Oh, I think there is. Cause I have so many questions, but like in the best way. I love so far the world. I love the aesthetic. I love the idea that there's like some kind of virus that's making these auto raves like go berserk. I don't really understand the like political structure. I know in terms of like I'm assuming it's like auto raves, immigrants, and then actual citizens. But I don't know in terms of like the intelligence bureau versus the security bureau, like who has more authority. Oh wait, preview. Unknown truth. Didn't really give me a lot of information though. That was very cryptic. So that was really interesting. I'm so intrigued. I love, like I said, the aesthetic of it. But the whole like structure, like I don't know who has more authority in terms of like the intelligence bureau versus the security bureau, because there seems to be some tension there. I don't know this Raul character. I assume that he's in charge of the intelligence bureau more. I don't know who these shadowy people he's talking to in that room with like the statues and stuff is. I don't really understand the gatekeeping, I guess, of it, because it seems like the city itself is very closed off, and like you need to go through a long process to be a part of it, like the immigrants becoming fellow citizens. But there's also just like this whole environmental disaster that they were talking about. So I don't really know how isolated the city is in comparison to like the rest of the world. I'm really interested in the world building of this one. I really like Riel. She seems cool. I love the aesthetic. of her as a character, but also she just seems like she also has a lot of questions about the world that she's in and isn't willing to just kind of go along with the flow. I really like Iggy. I think he is a nice counter personality to her. She seems very like stoic and kind of very humorous. Like she seems a very serious person in general. Whereas like Iggy seems a little bit, his personality seems a little bit more bubbly, maybe. I don't know if that's exactly the right word, but he seems a little bit more friendly for a robot. But it seems so cool. I need to watch the next episode. I want to know what the monster things are, but I really just want to explore the world and like see how it works. So I really liked that. If you guys have any more suggestions of things that you want me to watch, you can leave comments down below, and I definitely will check that out as I'm expanding what I'm going to be watching. I don't know how long it will be until I get to other stuff because I really want to get through Bleach and now this show. I'm going to try and schedule in time to do this stuff. So definitely some comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.